Okay, so as you can see, I've virtually demolished my breakfast. And this is star fruit, you know, it's one of those foods, it's very fibrous and it's very juicy, and it goes right through my stomach very fast. And so when I make something like this, my breakfast, I try to be very aware that I'm gonna be hungry soon after. So this isn't one of those meals like a big banana smoothie or something that I would have and then think like, oh, okay, I can go out and run errands or work for 6 hours and I'll be fine if I don't have anything to eat. This, I'm probably gonna be hungry in less than an hour. I might be able to go a couple hours. But the other thing about starfruit that not many people know is that it's actually really high in oxalic acid. And so it has that in common with foods like spinach or beetroots or beet greens or chard. And as I've discussed in videos before, the oxalic acid, it binds to minerals or heavy metals, and then it prevents their absorption, and then you just, you know, eliminate it all when you go to the bathroom because of all of this fiber. And so my only consideration when I eat something like this is that I'm not going to eat it along with like a big kale salad or something like that, because all of the great minerals that I want to absorb from the kale could potentially bind to this. And I say all the minerals, but it's not really all the minerals, it's only a percentage. And realistically, that percentage, it's enough to be significant over time if that were something that I did every day, but that's why I eat a wide variety of whole plant foods, so that I'm getting a variety of nutrients and a variety of anti-nutrients. And so if you do that, you don't have to stress out about your diet all that much. The other thing about oxalic acid and other like anti-nutrients like the phytic acid, which is very similar, or lignans, is that, you know, they get a bad reputation, and people like to paint them as being, you know, evil. Oh, they bind to the minerals, they bind to calcium, and everybody needs calcium, and so everybody like gets really worked up and freaked out about it. But they also bind to heavy metals, people, and they bind to things like iron and calcium, because high levels of iron and calcium are contributing to disease. So you don't want super high levels of every mineral. Like, more is not better in all cases. And like I said, they can bind to heavy metals. Sorry, Ketter just ran out of the room. If you are concerned about heavy metal exposure, which, as I'm doing research on like water bottles and cookware, I'm coming to realize that heavy metals leach into our food and water with every single type of vessel we use. Plastic, glass, stainless steel, it's a ceramic, everything's just horrible. So I'm gonna sit here and eating off of my ceramic plate that's probably leaching lead into my food, and drinking out of my stainless steel water bottle that's leaching chromium and nickel and God only knows what else. And I had some chlorophyll water this morning out of my glass that's probably leaching aluminum, with my stainless steel straw that's leaching the nickel and the frickin' chromium. And then the chlorophyll itself, which is very high in copper, which can influence zinc absorption and lead to adrenal issues and salt retention problems. I don't even know anymore, you guys. I think the point I'm trying to get at is that there's no way to do the right thing 100% all the time. There's no way to be foolproof, 100% healthy, and not expose yourself to any toxins ever, because we live in a crazy world. And I think it is important to remember not to flat out demonize, be it vessels to drink out of, or foods that contain certain anti-nutrients, simply because we have been fear-mongered into freaking out about it. So, do your best. Eat a varied diet. I have no idea what to tell you to drink out of. I'd still trust stainless steel and glass the most. And just try not to freak out too much. There's no way we can be perfect. And there's no way we can protect ourselves from every single threat ever that exists. This is turning into a remarkable talk. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna see you pretty soon for lunch. I think we can all agree on that. And hopefully I'll go poop out all the heavy metals that I consumed from drinking water this morning. Jesus. I'm in the same place, doing the same thing. I have the hiccups. And after much contemplation, I have decided to stop eating all food and drinking all water. I'm going to be a breatharian, but I must be in a room where there is an air filter at all times. Hermetically sealed, of course. That's where I am in my research process. Lols, JK. I have to eat. So, I have some lunch here. Still have the hiccups, so hopefully I don't choke to death as I eat. I have some whole oat groats, which I cooked up with a little bit of turmeric. I have a curry that I made with a Thai red curry paste, lentils. I threw some carrots, some onion, and half a pumpkin in that bad boy. And then I have some home sprouted broccoli sprouts, which I do have to say I'm very proud of my sprout mom capabilities. I feel a little bit guilty about eating them though. I do have to say, just truncating their life right as it started. But you know, since this is like pretty much the equivalent of eating 37,000 pounds of broccoli, I'm okay with it. I excuse myself from that ethical dilemma. And this is good. I have been, as probably a lot of you have seen, Dr. Greger has been doing more videos about the potential arsenic levels in rice, and even though I do eat organic rice that's grown in California, so the levels aren't like quite as worrisome. You know, I would be really bummed if I ended up getting like bladder cancer because of rice. So I'm thinking, even though I still think that rice is like a totally safe food to include as a staple food in your diet, and we're definitely still going to be eating rice several times a week, I figured, hey, we can spice it up a little bit, throw some different whole grains in. So I have whole oat groats here, and I'm just not even going to worry about the gluten at this point. I also bought a bunch of millet. I bought rye. I even got Levi some whole wheat that he can cook up and eat on the nights when I just stick to sweet potatoes or whatever, which is also a great option, sweet potatoes to include in your diet instead of just rice. Although I'm just waiting for the frickin' contaminant that's in oats. I swear to God, today. So ridiculous. I also just read some information on the Bragg's liquid aminos. Can't buy that anymore. I feel like at this point you just have to either give up at living because it's too much, or or just do the best you can and not freak out too much. There you go. And then now people can freak out about me getting parasites from you. Don't worry, she doesn't have parasites. Ketter, stop wagging your tail. Ketter, no. He knows I'm talking about him. Okay, don't touch the food. And don't, okay. So that's gonna be lunch. It's delicious, by the way. I can tell you that much. Even though it's full of contaminants and it's in a bowl that is obviously contaminating everything it touches. But let's not worry about this. And you little flea bag, you're probably just full of contaminants. And I'm gonna try not to be negative while I eat, because we all know that negativity affects nutrient absorption. I'm gonna have my lunch and just chill. Because otherwise I'm gonna give myself adrenal fatigue again from freaking out. It's dinner time. Oh, salad. A base of lettuce and cabbage, with the standard dressing of Bragg's liquid aminos, which I learned today is deadly and will kill you. Like everything else in this kitchen.
Wait, what?
Babe, you don't even want to know the things I've been learning.
But I thought it was all good stuff. I thought what we were doing was like...
As it turns out,
the best.
there's nothing you can do that's good enough. So.
That pisses me off. You're lying.
We're probably gonna stop using Bragg's after we use up what we have. I'm gonna try to find something else to switch to.
Why
We're gonna have to get into it later. Anyway, in addition to the salad, my dinner is going to be this impeccably hot sweet potato. Nice big purple sweet potato. And then I got the rest of those curried lentils and veggies. And then a little bit more oat groats, gonna finish those off.
My dinner is just salad. Then I toasted some bread. And then gonna just pour some of this on top. Then put another one on there. And then put a couple pieces of garlic that I also toasted. And then put more greens on that. And that's my dinner.
Looks good.
Maybe one of these.
Man, you just screwed up that whole sweet potato. You got it all covered in pasta sauce.
Kidding me, I'm gonna eat this whole thing. That thing is hot.
It's too hot.
Whew, that's not hot.
Okay. Alright, you guys, that was actually not everything that I ate in a day, because I prepped some tofu earlier and I ate like half a block of tofu. Just eating it. Just because I wanted to. And it tasted good, so I did. And then I had, what, a papaya spear and two pieces of dried mango. I had another star fruit.
Okay. Sorry.
Just stop talking. You're spewing gluten all over me. Alright, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Until next time, do your best to make better choices for yourself, even though apparently that's impossible.
You gotta tell me about this shit.
Dude, it was an intense day of research. Anyway, make better choices for yourselves and take really, really good care. I'll see you all very soon. Bye! At the Cobra Cabana. Ooh, yeah.
I think my hairline was always like this. What do you think? Oh, stretch. Oh. Oh, you know a lot of words to that song.
They fell in love. Ooh.